Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where your company is doing well, your team is working hard, and together you're driving innovative ideas to take the company forward. If this doesn't sound like it today, maybe it's time to think like a leader. Hi, I'm Bron Van West, your favorite business and leadership development specialist, and today I want to explore a topic called toxic positivity. What is it? Why is it dangerous, and what can we do about it? So for a start, we're probably all very familiar with the idea of positivity. The word basically means the ability to stay positive and stay encouraged during any sort of given circumstance. It's like if you spend 5 minutes on the internet and you get bombarded with these little kittens that just express the sentiment of hang in there, or you can do it, and stay positive and keep your head above water and all those things. It's the motivational speaker that yells at you from the stage, you can do it, it's not so bad, keep it up. Now don't get me wrong, positive statements, uplifting comments, these are positive things, these are good things, and it can lead to amazing results, but only if it is coupled with a focused, objective, realistic action plan. Positive thinking, for the simple sake of just staying positive, despite incredible odds, will turn that positivity toxic. These words, which might be helpful in the moment, also highlights a personal and business culture that can be more harmful than helpful. Toxic positivity is shallow, it's unhelpful, and it's a false reassurance. It's when someone says, oh, it'll be fine, everything works out for a reason after a failed business venture, or just keep it up, it'll turn out alright after you just lost your job and your house and you have to move and you have to relocate. To fight toxic positivity, you'll need to recognize at least two things. The first is that you have the right to feel the way you do. No one can disregard your feelings. No one can say you how you should and should not be feeling. Just don't lose yourself to those feelings. Number two, just because you're trying to stay positive and motivated, it does not absolve you from the accountability of your actions and reactions. Learning to stay positive means that you need to understand why you are feeling the way you do. It comes down to emotional intelligence. Understand that if something goes bad, which it sometimes does, if something goes wrong, platitudes do not help. Instead of trying to say, oh, it'll be all right, don't worry, don't stress, don't feel that way, that's not how it's going to be. Sit down and work together on an action plan that's actually going to bring you forward to the next step in your business and personal life. Do not disregard it. People will overreact. People will get angry. But if you can work together on your emotional feelings, on your feelings and actions and reactions, it is a far, far better thing to do than simple, unhelpful platitudes. When I see someone who is clearly unhappy and is having a difficult time, and I ask the question, how are things going? The typical response is, well, yeah, it doesn't help to complain. It absolutely helps to complain. Absolutely it does. Do you think keeping in all those emotions and frustrations and anger and negative energy is doing you good? Do you think it's doing you a positive service? No, absolutely not. You have the right to feel the way you do. Remember, it's your feelings. You are allowed to feel negatively about something, but it does not excuse you from doing something about it. You should absolutely complain. Complaining is good. I don't know at what point in time we've been taught that complaining is bad. Never say something negative. Always stay positive. This is what happens. It turns toxic because all those psychological and emotional stressors that you've turned inward is eating you up. And at some point in time, the lid on that bottle of emotions and feelings and doubts and fear and frustrations is going to pop. It's going to pop at the wrong moment when everything is going to be at a critical point in time. I love to complain. Complaining doesn't help, people tell me. Of course it does. I love to complain. It doesn't excuse me from taking responsibility and accountability of my actions. If I complain, and if you can complain, it's going to do two things. It's going to emotionally free you from those horrible, toxic feelings that you've been keeping inside. And two, it's going to unburden you enough to be able to think clearly and focus on the problem at hand. It's going to make you turn from problem to solution. You're going to start being a solution finder rather than a problem seeker. This is going to happen is you're going to complain and it's going to create a positive cultural effect. Because if you see something, say something. Positive statements and uplifting comments and cute cat memes alone is not going to get you to the next level in your personal or professional life. If you can learn to take the opportunity to recognize your failures and your victories, learn from these lessons. Learn that these are lessons on your way to success and not in your way to success. Take these lessons, learn from it, take charge of yourself. Learn that positivity alone without an action plan is no use at all. As always, I'm Bront van West. I hope you learned something and I look forward to seeing you next time.